Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today is Saturday, February 15th. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, so you can see my roses there that the hubby got me. He also got me a really funny card, and we went and got couples massages, so that was really nice. But I just got a special package in the mail. That would be my posing suit, so I'm gonna go ahead and I didn't even open it yet. I wanted to show you guys kind of like my reaction, and I know it's just a posing suit, but I never got a posing suit before because I never took my, oh my god, I can never find like a good place for the camera. I could never, okay, let me stop and start over. I've never had a posing suit before because I never wanted to invest the money in it. I used to just use a bikini, and because this season means so much more to me than ever before. This is my second year competing, and it's only going to be my third show in 3 months. We're 14 weeks out today, so 3.5 months. But I really just wanted to go to that next step and go to that next level and order a posing suit because the posing suits are literally custom made to your measurements, and it just shows okay, so bikinis in the competition world are way different than just your regular beach bikini. And so when you get a posing suit, I order my competition suits from Angel Competition Bikinis as well, and that's where my posing suit is from. And so they're designed to fit your body the way that your competition suit is. So that's going to be able to help me and Coach Ryan make sure that things are moving in the direction, and yeah, posing check-ins and just, you know, picture progress photos. They're just going to look better in my posing suit. I'm going to feel more confident being able to emulate my posing in a suit that's going to represent like what my competition suit will look like, which I'm going to be picking that out in like a month or two. I'm kind of like tossing up in the air two different colors. I'll show you guys a picture really quick here of the competition suit that I've used before. It does not fit me, so I'm actually trying to sell it because I only wore it twice and I paid like $750 for it. So there's that. But let's go ahead and open this suit. Okay, I love how they always send you like the little extras. So I didn't even look at this yet, but they sent me a card, and they always write a personalized note in here, which I think is so cute. It says, "Hey, your suit looks great. You're going to look amazing in it." Smiley face. So usually, because this is just a posing suit, it wasn't like a huge message or anything, but usually they send like a really, really cute message. So then I got, I think this is free when you order a suit, or maybe you only pay like $10 or something. But I got their crop top with my order last year when I ordered, or 2 years ago when I ordered my first competition suit, and it's my favorite crop top. So let's see what this looks like. This is not a crop top, this is just a tank top. Oh my gosh, I think this is so cute. Okay, first of all, purple, well, lavender is my favorite color, but it's a shade of purple. Oh, but it says believe in yourself. You guys, believe is like my word of 2020, and it's the name of this series. So I'm so excited to wear this. It's definitely like, it's a nice soft material, comfy. I'm like really specific about the clothes that I work out in. I never really used to be. I kind of would just go and buy cheap crap, and sometimes I still do, but I don't know. I live in my gym clothes, so I'm really particular with what I wear. Definitely not going to wear that now because it's Shark Week, and I'm letting you know over here on my forehead that it's Shark Week. And they just send you a bunch of other stuff like competition prep and show day checklist. I'll look over those things later. But here's the suit. It's so pretty. Okay. So we got tie-dye. And now I had to send them like my measurements and stuff. But this is the suit. It does come with the connectors. This is the top. So I'm going to put it on. I have posing, my first official posing session tomorrow. I'm going to bring you guys with me. And then here is the bikini. So it looks a little strange because it's not put together, but it does have the pretty diamond connectors. That's like what comes on the regular competition suits. But then it just has the string sides because obviously my measurements are going to shrink as time goes on. So I will show you guys what this looks like on. Honestly, probably not today. I'm really struggling. If you saw in the last clip, and if you saw on my Instagram, there's Fiona. Sorry, I get distracted. But I was having a really hard time, so I literally started my period yesterday on Friday, and I started it. We went to the gym in the morning first thing when I got home from work because Steven and I work opposite schedules, and so sometimes if we could squeeze it in the morning, we will, so that we can hang out with each other a little bit before he works all day and all night. And literally just got to the gym. I was going pee quick in the locker room before we get started on our workout, and boom. I knew it was happening. I knew it was coming, but thankfully I was prepared. And usually like the first hour or two is not bad, but you guys, I have endometriosis, so like this morning, today's Saturday, this morning I was literally like doubled over in pain. My periods get really, really bad, and I'll show you, I literally went up 6 pounds overnight. So I retain a lot of water. I get severe cramping and bloating and acne, and then just like super tired. Like I have no motivation to go do anything. Today is the last workout of the week, and I didn't want to finish my workout yesterday, and I was contemplating like not even going to the gym today, to be honest with you, but I'm like, no, I was gonna like go tomorrow instead. But I get in these moods where when stuff like this, usually it's around my period time, or like if I'm just like really feeling tired, I try to talk myself out of it with excuses like everybody does. But because it's prep and because this season means more to me than any other part of my fitness journey, like I can't even put into words how excited I am for this season, because I believe in myself, and you'll hear me say that a lot, that I believe in myself and that I believe I'm going to get nationally qualified and that I believe I'm going to be an IFBB pros, because without belief, you're not going to follow through on your goals. Like you have to believe in yourself no matter what your goals are. And so you'll hear me say that, and that's why I just try to speak it into my truth. I journal about it all the time. It's like I literally think about my goals, not just competing either, like my business goals too, of course, every single morning and every single night and various times throughout the day. I have little reminders on my phone, like I'll show you my current screensaver on my phone. And then actually on the inside, I actually just changed it. It's my business background. Yeah, look at all those notifications. I need to check my phone. But I did have Maui 2021 because that's one of the paid for incentive trips by ARBONNE. So I'm constantly putting these visionary things in my life that I see every single day to just remind me of my goals. So yeah, you know, when I think about talking myself out of doing something, like yesterday, like maybe not finishing the last 2 sets of my workout, or today being like, oh my gosh, you know, I could easily just go tomorrow, and even though Sunday is going to be my rest day, let me make Saturday my rest day. Like, no, I'm going to I had 4 fit sticks today, and I was, you know, getting some work done, and I'm talking myself into it. I just took the dogs for a walk, got my heart rate up a little bit, and I feel a little bit better. So yeah, message is that like you just have to do it anyways, honestly. And a huge part of it is always just remembering your goals, remembering why you're doing this. Why are you doing this in the first place? Like, why is this important to you? What is the purpose? What is the point of doing this anyways? And for me, I have a huge why, a huge reason why I'm doing this, so that really helps me intrinsically motivate myself. So anyways, enough of that little rant. Let's go. I'm going to show you guys what we're dealing with in terms of my period, because when I show you how bloated I am, it's probably going to blow your mind, and I know a lot of you probably actually struggle with this too, but my husband actually, I was talking to him and I was like, hey, did you realize my weight went up 6 pounds since last night, or since yesterday when I weighed in? And he's like, I didn't realize that you retain that much weight or retain that much water. I'm like, dude, I wish you could experience having a period just for a day, because this shit is no joke. Okay, let's go try the suit on. Okay guys, so here is my posing suit, and here's the ties. Like, obviously so for a competition suit, you're supposed to wear them like up on your hips because it helps accentuate your curves, your natural curves basically. And I will say this, the very first thing that I just thought of, like putting this on, first of all, I'm going to talk to you guys about what we got going on right here, right now. And I'm retaining 6 pounds of water right now, which is insane because I'm on my period, like I said. But, okay, if you guys scrolled back into my videos, or if you've been hanging out with me on social media for a little while now, you know that I got breast augmentation surgery in July of last year. And so this is like the first time I ordered a suit. And I'm so glad that I decided to order a posing suit, because online you have the option of ordering like a small, medium, or large, or the skinny. And like the skinny, it said, like I was doing some research and it did say it could be a good fit for those who have breast augmentation. And honestly, like I know I'm touching myself right now, but I don't like the way that this skinny top fits. I just don't like it. I'm not a huge fan. I don't know if maybe I just have to play around with it a little bit more, but I don't know. I just feel like it makes my boobs look weird. Like, I don't know. I'm not loving this top right now, but that's okay, because I mean, it's my posing suit and I know it's gonna change as my body changes. But anyways, I told you guys that I woke up 6 pounds heavier just literally overnight. You could see it just by looking at me like this. Like, you can't see, I mean, you could see a little bit of definition in my arms, but even like my legs, but my stomach, you guys, look at how like I get so bloated at the bottom. It's painful. It's insane. Like, I probably gained like 5 inches on my abdomen, and this happens every cycle. And it's so funny because I started freaking out, and then I'm like, oh my god, I had my period for my last show, and I was like, I really hope that I don't have my period for this show. So I counted out, and I should have my period the week before my competition, so that's exciting. But yeah, I'm honestly, like, I was very hesitant to hop on here wearing this suit right now because I am so uncomfortable in my skin right now because of my period. But I just want to show you guys reality. Like, it's kind of hard. It's kind of like a mental fuck when you're in a caloric deficit for going on 3 weeks, you're on prep. I'm 14 weeks out today, and I lost 3 pounds, or almost like 2.5 pounds. We're gonna see what coach says tomorrow, if he hopefully adds cardio or decreases my macros, because I'm just at a point now where I'm like, okay, I want to step it up a notch. But this is why you need a coach, because we could be like super hard on ourselves. And I remember, like, you know, you see it all the time on social media. Competitors are looking at themselves, pictures of themselves, and they're so lean and shredded, and they think that they're not lean enough. So that's why it's so important to have a coach, to have that subjective eye to look at your progress and kind of just bring you back down to reality, which my coach has to do that a lot, because we are, you know, hardest on ourselves. But yeah, I'm really uncomfortable right now. So I don't know, you guys. I just want to be real with you, just want to be raw with you and show you what happens in prep. So this is kind of a mental struggle for me right now, but I know in like 2 days I'll kind of be back to myself, and I should then probably have a new low weigh-in, because I got down to 142 this last week. So the beginning of this week I was 142, and my weight literally spiked up to 148 like overnight, and I was like, oh my god, that's more than what I weighed before we started this prep. And one thing too is, you know, everybody does this differently, but as for tracking my weight, I showed you guys, I write it on the mirror. You can't really see it, but I write it on the mirror every single morning, and then I take the weekly average. I haven't done it that way since last prep. It's just the most accurate way to make sure. Weight is not always the answer, and you know, I preach that all the time. But when you're on prep, it does come down to, you know, you want to see the scale moving. That is definitely a part of it, because you're trying to lose a lot of body fat. So when I'm on prep, I do it this way. When I'm not on prep, I weigh myself maybe like twice a week and kind of just take the ballpark average of that. I'm not as like strict about it, but yeah, I will let you guys know. I'll bring you with me tomorrow. I'm just doing posing practice in my living room. Most likely I might go to the gym if there's not a class going on, and we just do it over FaceTime or Skype. This is going to be the first time I'm doing posing with Bree. She is an IFBB pro, and she looks amazing. She was amazing at posing, so I'm really excited to work with her, because I do have 2 routines that I've been working on, and so I'm excited to see what her feedback is, and to see, kind of dial it in and work on what she thinks is going to look best with my body. So I'm really hoping some of this inflammation and bloating goes down for tomorrow morning for our session, because it's the first time working with her, and I'm severely bloated right now. But I mean, you could still see my nice muscles. I love my shoulders, and then my glutes just look, I just look so bloated right now, but it's reality, guys. So all right, I will see you in the next clip. Okay guys, today is Sunday. It is check-in day. I already did my body stats, like my weights and my measurements, and my check-in photos, and now I have a posing session. It's just through FaceTime, so I'm going to show you some clips of that, just me practicing. I was running through a couple little options of my routines that I have for like the past 20 minutes, so we'll see what Bree says. I'm kind of like feeling really gross, because I shared with you guys last night, like, so I measured, and my I can't even think, oh my god, my waist measurement literally went up almost 4 inches, and my weight is up a couple of pounds. So obviously I'm retaining a lot of water because of my cycle, but I'm anxious to see what coach says. I'll let you guys know to see if he changes anything, but kind of frustrated because it's my first time posing with Bree, and I feel like a whale right now. Obviously, I know that we're hard on ourselves, but I'm just really not feeling it. So I'm just gonna do my best and yeah, see what she says. She's the pro, so let's do this. I just heard back from Coach, and so we are not going to make any changes this week. He is really excited about my glute ham tie-in, and he's like, this is ridiculous that you can see your glute ham tie-in so well this early out. Like, he's like, it never looked that good on either of your show days, let alone being 14 weeks out. So he's really excited about that. You guys saw little bits and pieces of my posing session, and I know the camera was at a funny angle, so you guys didn't really like fully get to see everything, which I'm sorry about that. I kind of was obviously more worried about what was actually going on than the placement of my camera, so I'm sorry about that, but I will definitely, keep updating you guys with my posing. We made some small tweaks that I'm really excited about, and it was really awesome to hear her feedback, and she was just kind of like, you have great muscle, you have so much muscle, you're kind of like leaner than you think you are, because I was just telling her like I'm a little uncomfortable, and obviously I'm on my period. I told her I was super bloated, and she just said, you're leaner than you think you are, you have a lot of muscle. So that was really awesome to hear, because I know at the competitive level, those girls have a lot of muscle. It's kind of crazy how the sport has evolved. Like, 10 years ago, you didn't really need muscle as a bikini competitor, but now, like, especially at the national level, from what I gather from, all my research and friends and watching YouTube videos and watching vlogs of, like, the girls that I look up to, like, they constantly say at the national level, those girls are freaking shredded. I hope it's not too loud out here. I'm sitting outside because it's a beautiful day, and the highway is like not the highway, but I mean, we live in a busy area, but the road is right there, so hopefully it's not too loud. But yeah, she gave great feedback. She did say, when we were making small tweaks, she was kind of just saying, loud car. She was kind of just saying, like, I have a lot of muscle in my glutes and my legs. I'm very bottom dominant. So with the way that I was posing when I showed her kind of like what I had, first off, I was leaning too far forward, and I wasn't putting like my shoulders back and my chest out enough. So that's something I'm really going to have to work on, because slouching was always a struggle of mine. I've come really far with it, but I still tend to like have my shoulders rolled forward, so that's something that we have to work on. But with bikini, like, it comes down to your proportions, and your angling and stuff, so just working on that. And she had me go through my walk and stuff, and yeah, just like a lot of good feedback. And then she's so cute. She was like, we were already following each other on Instagram, but then she went and she messaged me off of, I was sharing something on Instagram. If you guys are hang out with me on Instagram, I was just sharing, like, this week was such a struggle for me, like, towards the end of the week. Like, Friday, I didn't even want to finish my workout. I shared that. Like, I literally got my period when I went to the gym, like, in the beginning of my workout, and didn't want to finish my workout. I literally had 2 sets left, but I realized, like, I'm making up excuses, and I just have no tolerance for excuses, because I'm never gonna get to where I want to go if I let the excuses win. And nobody is gonna show up for me, nobody's gonna do the work for me. Like, I have to just silence the excuses, put it to the back of my head, and just do the work anyways, even when you don't want to. And it's a hormonal thing. Like, you ladies know how much it sucks. And then, so Saturday was my last workout of the week, because Sundays are my rest days, and it literally took me, the gym closes at 8, and I literally didn't get there until 6:30. I gave myself just enough time to get my workout in, because all day I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll go tomorrow morning, maybe, Steven can go with me before work, and I'll just take today as a rest day, or, I'm just really not feeling it, or making up all these excuses. And So I was posting about it, and I was just sharing with you guys, like, you know what, we all have these days, and obviously I know a lot of you aren't competing, or, you know, maybe you haven't competed yet and maybe you want to, and you have those days and you kind of just let your excuses win. But when you're out here trying to be competitive and you're trying to get the edge over somebody else, it's those moments that's the difference between those who go that extra mile, I guess, is kind of what I'm trying to say, is like, you know, you just have to show the fuck up. Excuse my French, but that was just the moral of the story. But, you know, I just had a really hard week, and I shared that, and she was, oh yeah, Bree was commenting, and she was like, oh, there's that IFBB mentality, and I'm just like, okay. So I know in an earlier clip I was kind of saying, like, you guys are going to hear me talk about that a lot because, you know, B do have, and I'm already talking it into existence because those are my goals. But in reality, I haven't even gotten nationally qualified yet at my first 2 shows. So, like, I am just also, you know, very humbled by that when I remind myself of that. Is like, I know how far I've come, but, you know, that doesn't like change the fact that I haven't been nationally qualified yet. And, you know, in the back of my mind, going into the Kuklo Classic here in 14 weeks, I'm like, I want that overall. I want the first place, and I know I have what it takes, and I know I put the work in, and I know I'm going to continue to put the work in, and, you know, my mindset is there, and I'm working on posing, and I'm just prioritizing recovery, and everything is literally on point. Like, Coach asked me, how's your nutrition? How's your training? How's your sleep? How's your water? How's your stress? Like, how are all these things? And, like, that's just it. Is like, I'm also focusing on, you know, prioritizing all of that. Like, that's all a part of the process as well. Those things take a huge toll on the whole process. So here I am, almost done with my water. Actually, today I drank a little bit more than a gallon. I'm probably drinking closer to 1.5 gallons today, just because I am on my period. I'm trying to, like, flush everything out because I'm so bloated and retaining water. But yeah, Coach said my body is responding so well that he doesn't want to change anything because we don't want to lose muscle. We're sitting at 105.6 pounds of lean body mass, which is insane. So that's really good for being 5'4", and we just don't want to lose any of that muscle that we gained. So he's not trying to add, he doesn't want to take away from my calories because he thinks my body is still responding pretty well, and it's just hard to tell with the water retention. So I'll kind of just do like a mid-week check-in with him and just, you know, tell him that I'm feeling better, because I know I'm going to feel better in a couple days. So, yeah, I'm kind of happy because I'm sitting in such a good spot with my calories right now, and I don't want food to be taken away, and I know it will be. I told him I would rather have cardio added in. He actually messaged me back. Let's see what he said. I was like, I really would rather you just add in some cardio as opposed to taking away my food, because I love food. Who doesn't? So he says he's literally just trying to avoid dropping anything for as long as we possibly can. We have nothing to worry about right now. This is going to be your best physique to date, though. Super exciting. Like, this is epic. Your mindset is huge. Even for results, you have made so many mindset gains. We're like having a really long conversation right now, but you know, that's important, you guys, is having a really good relationship with your coach and being able to like communicate very effectively, because when I first started with him, I did not communicate nearly as much as I do now, and like, obviously I was just starting out, but he knows me, he knows my goals, he's seen how much I've grown from the inside out. So yeah, having a good coach that you have a connection, a relationship with, that you can trust, rely on, and like they know you, that's so everything. Having a coach, and you know, even posing is everything. Like, it's not just about your physique. It is. Like, obviously, you can't show up and, you know, not have the physique on show day, but it comes down to mindset. It comes down to confidence. Posing. Posing is huge. It also comes down to your hair, your makeup, your tan. Like, I already have an agenda in mind for how I'm going to prep for my tan, and I never prepared for my tan the way that I'm going to. Like, my regimen is, you guys will see in later videos, is going to be literally like the whole month prepping for this tan. So I'm just taking things like really, really seriously because that's just where I'm at. Like, I want to do this, and I'm going to be 27 years old, and I don't know, time doesn't stand still for anyone, even though time is technically like not a real thing. Age is, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm at a point where I can take it really seriously, and I can like invest my time, energy, and money into this sport, and I just want it. Like, I want it really bad, and I love this sport. So I think I'm going to end the vlog here. It's kind of long. I think this is going to be updated a little bit. Oh my gosh, it's so dark in here. I was sitting outside for a while there. I think this vlog is going to be updated earlier than Wednesday, so maybe I will do 2 videos this week. Kind of depends on how things go, but I know the next video I have a couple fun things in mind. So yeah, thanks again for hanging out, listening to me, being a part of my journey, and we are officially 13 weeks and 6 days out from the first show of the season. And yeah, I mean, things are just going really well. So, I mean, obviously, aside from the hiccup this week with my period, but, oh, one huge thing, I did count out my periods, and fingers crossed will not have I think I already said this, fingers crossed will not have my period on show day or show week. I'll end it the week prior, which is going to be perfect because I usually feel my best, like, that very first week after. So hopefully it works out, because my last show I had my period and that kind of sucked. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video then. I'm gonna go snuggle up with my babies. I've been working all day, and it's Sunday, and really just trying to stop. Like, I push myself really hard. I'm just trying to minimize all stress at all costs. And don't get me wrong, I work hard at my business, but I'm also really allowing myself a lot of like disconnection time, and just time to like be with myself and my animals, and just grateful for the little things, and just really relaxing because, you know, my body is stressed out from training. So, alright, I'm gonna stop talking. I could talk so much. Thank you guys again so much for hanging out, and I will see you in the next vlog.